Russia is a country located in the north of Eurasia, with a republican government with a semi-presidential system that includes 85 federal entities, two of which are limited to international recognition: the Republic of Crimea and the federal city of Sevastopol. Russia has common borders with Norway, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland via Kaliningrad Oblast, Belarus, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, China, Mongolia, and North Korea. It also has maritime borders with Japan in the Sea of Okhotsk and the United States by the Bering Strait. Russia is the world's largest country by area, covering 1/8 of the world's inhabited land area, with an area of 17,098,242 square kilometers, 6,601,668 square miles, and is also the 9th most populous country in the world, with more than 141 million inhabitants. Spanning the whole of North Asia and 40% of Europe, Russia covers 9 time zones, encompasses a wide range of environments and terrain, has the world's largest reserves of mineral and energy resources, and has the world's largest reserves of forests and lakes, which contain almost a quarter of the world's fresh water. Since the end of the socialist regime, Russia has known a period of transition from a centralized and planned economy to a free one. The Russian economy is currently considered advanced compared to the early 90s. Russia is also one of the markets that is experiencing steady growth in the current period, as it is making profits as a result of high oil and natural gas prices. By and large, most of Russia's exports are represented by raw materials and energy exports, but Russia has outstanding manufacturing capabilities in the fields of space industries, nuclear engineering, and science. Russia has enormous natural resources, mainly from oil and natural gas, as well as iron, nickel, diamonds, phosphates, silver, lead, and gold. The country is one of the 10 largest economies in the world in terms of GDP, and the 6th in terms of purchasing power. Russia has a huge potential for the development of domestic tourism, as well as for receiving foreign tourists. It has all the necessary sprawling territories, a rich historical and cultural heritage, and in some areas there is virgin nature untouched by human hands. The territory of Russia stretches from west to east for 10,000 kilometers, and from the Arctic latitudes to the subtropical southern latitudes for 3,000 kilometers. The diversity of the terrain allows the development of many varieties of tourism. Russia has vacation spots on the Black Sea coast in the south and the Baltic Sea coast in the north, which makes it suitable for recreation on pallets, for treatment, and for recovery at sea. The far north provides the opportunity to observe the aurora borealis, make excursions for the purpose of getting acquainted with the peoples of the north, as well as to take part in tours on elk-drawn skis in the wilds of the tundra, in addition to treatment in sanatoriums in places where there are mineral water springs. The seas in the north and west of the country are one of the main directions of tourism. As a rule, the many lakes there have a picturesque view, and their water is crystal clear. Note that the purity of the water in it is not only phenomenal, it is quite possible to drink water from the lakes of Karelia and Lake Baikal. The forests of central Russia, the foothills of the Caucasus, the forests of Siberia and the Far East abound in animals and birds, which is why they attract lovers of hunting trips. In the Astrakhan province, the guide may show you flamingos, penguins, and other rare birds while heading to fishing spots in the Volga Delta. The history of the country began since the Eastern Slavs appeared as a recognized group in Europe between the 3rd–8th centuries AD. In the 9th century AD, the Principality of Kievan Rus was founded by Varangian warriors, and Orthodox Christianity became its religion in 988 due to the influence of the Byzantine Empire. And that was the beginning of the mixing of Slavic and Byzantine cultures, which together formed the features of Russian culture for the next millennium. Kievan Rus eventually disintegrated into a number of small states, and most of the Russian lands fell into the hands of the Mongol invasion in 1223, becoming a vassal of the Golden Horde. Later, the Grand Duchy of Moscow began to gradually unite its neighboring principalities and succeeded in becoming independent from the rule of the Golden Horde, and was able to inherit the political and cultural legacy of Kievan Rus. And by the 18th century, the country expanded greatly by launching invasions, wars, and exploration to give birth to the Russian Empire, which became the third largest empire in history, with its influence stretching from Poland in Europe to Alaska in North America.